Good morning everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about the topic controls in VB.NET. Controls in VB.NET or the graphical user interface which is called as GUI elements. Examples of controls include buttons, text boxes, labels and more. So these are all the elements which allows the user to interact with the application. The main purpose of this control in VB.NET is enables the user interaction with the application. Here the interaction tells about the various forms in the sense inputs, commands and data displays. Let us discuss one by one. First, let me tell about the inputs. Input is nothing but the user which can enter the data using the controls like text boxes or combo boxes. Second one, commands. Commands is nothing but which the user can execute the actions by clicking the buttons or menu items. Third one, data displays. So data displays tells the controls like the labels or list boxes which can display the data to the users. Now let me tell about the common controls which is used in the VB.NET. So some of the common controls present are labels, text boxes, buttons, list box and combo box. Label tells about the static text which displays. Text box allows the user to enter and edit the text. Button is nothing but the triggers or action when the event is performed. Event is nothing but tells about the clicking. List box displays a list of items from which the user who can select. Combo box combines a text box with a list box which allows the user to enter or select the values. Next, let me tell the topic about the text boxes. First, let me tell the description. So here the description tells us that the text box control is also an GUI element which allows the user to enter or edit the text. It's fundamental control in many applications which includes the Windows Forms, WPF and web applications. So let me tell about the properties over to the text box. So the text box control has several properties that can be used to customize its behavior and its appearance. So there are three key properties over there. The first key property is the text. Text tells about the or represents about the content of the text box. So this property can be used to get the current text which is entered by the user, and we can also set the initial text value of the text box, and also we can clear the text content of the text box. So second property is multi-line. So the multi-line tells about the Boolean value which determines whether the text box allows multi-line input. So here multi-line input in the sense when the multi-line is true, the text box allows the user to enter multiple lines of the text. So when the multi-line is false, that means it tells about the default. Then the text box only allows the single line input only. Next, third one, password character. So the password character property, it is used to mask the characters which is entered by the user. So by making it useful for passwords input. So the password character is set to a character. For example, we can take it an asterisk symbol. So the text box displays a character instead of the actual text which is entered by the user. So the password character which it will be not setted means the text box displays the actual text which is entered by the user. So these are all the properties which can be used to customize the behavior and appearance of the text box control, which makes it as a versatile and essential control in many of the applications. Next topic, let me tell about the button control. So the button control, before itself we have discussed all the VB control elements comes under the GUI element only, which is the graphical user interface. Here the button control initiates the actions when it is clicked only by the user. So it's one of the fundamental control in many of the applications. This also includes the Windows Forms, WPF and the web applications. So let me discuss about the properties over here. So the button control has several properties which can be used to customize its behavior and appearance. So same like before, here also the three properties were discussed. So the first one is the text. So here the text property represents the text which is displayed on the button. So this property can be used to set the button's label, which is displayed on the button surface. So second property is back color. Back color is nothing but the background color. It is a property which represents the background color of the button, and this property can be used to set the button's background color only. So here again I'm repeating, this property can be used to set the button's background color. It can be used to customize the button's appearance based on the user. So third one, enable. The enable property is a boolean value which determines whether the button is enabled or disabled. So here enabled is nothing but already in default, in enabled option it will be true. So the button is enabled and can be clicked by the user. If the enabled is false, means the button is disabled and cannot be clicked by the user. So this is the difference between this. So here the event performed over is a click. So the button control has a click event which is raised when the button is clicked by the user. This event can be handled by writing code in the button's click event handler. So the click event is typically used to initiate the actions or execute the code when the button is clicked. So through this also we can initiate the actions and interact with the users in the varieties of the applications. Next, over with the button control, we'll discuss about the label control. So the label control tells about the static text or a information on a form. So it is also one of the fundamental control in many of the applications. Let me move over to the properties. So the label control has several properties which can be used to customize based on the appearance and the behavior. So same like we are also using the three properties over here. So first property is the text. Text we have already discussed, which the text will be displayed as it is in the label only. So this property can be used to set the label's text only. So based on the information, instruction or a caption. So second one, font. The font property represents the style and size of the text which is displayed in the label. Third one, forecolor. Forecolor, it tells about the foreground color of the text or a label or any of the word. This is used to customize. Customize in the sense we can be able to change the text color or any size or a style by making it more visible or matching the application's color scheme. Next, let me discuss about the list box control. The list box control is a graphical user interface element same which we can able to select one or more items from the list. So it is also one of the fundamental control in many of the applications. Next, let's discuss about the properties over to the list box. So here also it tells or it is used to customize its behavior and the appearance. So there are two key properties present here. The first key properties is items. Here the items of the property represents the collection of the items in the list box. Collection of items in the sense which is used to add the items or remove the items or clear the items over to the list box. Second one, selected item. Selected item property returns the currently selected item in the list box only. This is used to get the selected items value or get the selected items index or perform the actions based on the selected item. So through this the developers can create the custom list boxes which displays the collection of the items and allowing users to select one or more items and perform the actions based on their selections. Next one, combo box control. The combo box control, it is a graphical user interface element which this one also combines a text with a drop down list. So it allows the user to select an item from the drop down list and enter the new item directly into the text box only. So this tells about the properties of the combo box and has several properties which is used to customize its behavior and the appearance. Here also two properties over to that. One is items and second one is the text. Through the item, as usual, the same like the list box control, we can add the items, remove the items and clear the items. Same like the text also, we can get the text or set the text or clear the text of the selected items only. Here the developers can create custom drop-down lists which allows the user to select from a list of items or enter the new items, which makes versatile and user-friendly control. Next topic, let me discuss about the picture box control. So the picture box control is an element which displays the images on the form. So it is one of the fundamental control in many of the application. So the properties tells about the picture box control which is used to customize its behavior and the appearance. So first property tells about the image. So the image property represents the image which is displayed in the picture box. It tells about the load of an image from a file or resource, or we can set the image which is displayed, or we can clear the image. Second one, size mode. The size mode property controls the layout of an image within the picture box only. That it tells about whether it's normal or a stretch image or an auto size or a central image or a zone. So normal in the sense just its original size. Stretch image in the sense whether it is a fit to the picture box or any other stretches is needed, means it can able to fit. Third one, auto size. Auto size is nothing but the resized to fit the image. So center image in the sense it tells about the alignment. Zoom as the user needs to fit or scale to anything while maintaining its aspect ratio, we can able to zoom or do over to that. So the picture box control properties displays or customize the showcase images in various layouts and sizes, which makes it versatile and user friendly control. Next, the last topic, we'll discuss about the timer control. So the timer control executes the code at several or set intervals, making it useful for the time-based actions only. So this is also one of the fundamental control. So here the properties tells about the timer control, which is used to customize based on the behavior. So first property tells about the interval. The interval property specifies the interval in milliseconds between each execution of the timer's control. So million seconds execution, in the sense we can set the interval to the specific value. Example, 1000 milliseconds for 1 second, or we can able to adjust the interval dynamically based on the application requirements. So second one, enabled. The enable property starts or stops the timer. So if enabled is true, the timer is started and executes its code at each interval. If enabled is false, means the timer is stopped and does not execute its code. So here the event performed is tick. So the tick event is raised at each interval, which is specified by the interval property. This event can also be used to execute the code at regular intervals. For example, we can update a clock or animate a graphic, etc. Something. So second one, perform the time-based actions. So perform the time-based actions in the sense we can send the notifications or upload the data, or we can do any sorts of activities over to the here. So third one, we can respond to elapsed time. Elapsed time in the sense time out, or it may be a delay process. This can be done over to the timer control. So by using the timer control properties and handling its tick event, so the developers can create a custom time-based actions and animations, which making it a versatile and powerful control. Thank you.